All right, guys, today we are going to be working on our beaded purse. So you're going to need at least 500 grams of 10mm size beads. Okay, I have 10mm size cultured pearls here. I also got my D-rings that I got. All of these came from Beebeecraft. So I got my D-rings here that I'm going to be using, which is going to be the gold ones. Okay, and then you're going to need some type of cutting tool. All right, and then you're also going to need fishing line. Okay, so this is, I believe, 50 pound line. Okay, so that's what you're going to need. So I am going to take you through how we're going to get started. Okay, so I'm going to cut a line. This line is not going to be too big. I'm just going to do it little because I'm showing you how to get started on your pattern is what I'm doing. I'm going to show you how you get started on your pattern. Okay, and once you get started, it's a simple weaving back and forth doing it. So I've got a little string here. Okay, I'm going to find my middle part. Okay, I've got my middle part. I'm going to bend that because I just want to know where's my middle starting point. Okay, bam, so there's my middle. I do have me a thumbtack if you can't see it, but I do it because especially working with the plastic beads, it helps it to hold down your work. Okay, that's up to you. You don't have to. It's just something that I do, and I do it with whether I'm working with the plastic beads or not. You may hear a little noise in the background. That is my dryer. I forgot it was even going. All right, so we're going to start off using 4 beads. Okay, so string 4 beads onto one line, and that's what I'm doing. String four beads onto one line. Okay, put it on down there. Now you're going to take that opposite line and string it through this bead right here. Only one, and pull it to close. Okay, pull it to close. All right, bam, and it's going to look like that. All right, so you got that little shape right there. Now from here, we're going to add 1 bead to each line, and then 1 bead is going to go in the middle, cross through both lines, drag down. Okay, so that's what we're doing now. So we're going to add 1 bead to each line. Okay, take that other one so it can be down the middle. All right, string line through this bead together, and you're going to pull them all the way down. Okay, pull your line all the way down. Bam, and that's what it's looking like. Okay, that's what we're going for. So again, we're going to put a bead on each side and then the middle. We're going to do this till we have 10 units. Okay, all right. Let's do that. Put this one over here. Today's Friday, laundry day, so you guys are definitely hearing my washer and dryer in the background going. I'm not fudged up about it. I mean, life happens, right? All right, now I'm another one down. Bam. Okay, and this is why I use a little tack to help keep it in place, because it can get wobbly, is all I'm saying. But do it how you want to. You don't want to use the tack, don't use the tack. Feel better just doing it like it is, then do it like it is. Okay. Go ahead, add another one. And as you can see, that red in these beads is so pretty. So that's really what attracted me to this color. And my daughter wanted, her prom dress was going to be red, but now she changed her mind. So I believe now she's going for champagne. So I'm gonna have to make another purse. But let's go ahead and do this one now. As you see, it wants to scrunch up. That's fine, because as you're weaving on this side and going through, it's gonna unscrunch. Don't worry about that, okay? Just keep working through. And make sure you pull tight so that it is snug, no loosies. All right, so let's go ahead, let's put this one in there. We're gonna go ahead and tie this through. Okay, very good. That's how you're looking so far. You see I'm pulling it tight. Once you get the hang of making, of weaving a beaded purse, it becomes easier from there you just learn how to do different designs, different patterns, different textures. And I'm learning off this woman I follow on YouTube. I think she's her channel is called Beaded Love. She makes so many beautiful beaded bags. So this is where I'm learning from. And I just love her tutorial videos. They're very simple to follow. They're not hard at all. So I really love that. Okay, so let's go ahead, continue beading on here. See, so far it's very simple, nothing to it. Okay, and it's really going to be like that throughout the whole bag, trust me. Very simple, nothing to it. And this is my first time making this pattern, so we're making it together, okay? All right, there we go. Let me pull, make sure it's a little bit more snug. All right, how many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. I'm gonna put on a side, like I said, we're going up to 10, technically 11, but we're gonna go to 10, and I'm gonna show you what we're gonna do to flip our line around to have to start weaving on the other side. Okay, keep going down. All right, this is why you need to have plenty of beads. Okay. We're going to 10, and then I'm going to show you how to flip it and how to weave, and then there we'll get off camera and finish until we have 19 spaces going that way. Okay, all right, now we have 10 units. Okay, we have done our 10 units. Now at this point we got 10 units. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, you're gonna take 3 beads and you're gonna place it on this line right here. Okay, one, two. Now once you get down, tighten, take the other line and stick it through this last bead, okay, so that you can bring it to the side, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Pull tight, and you see how now our string is like this, it's now straight. That's what we wanted. Okay, so far this is what we're looking at. Okay, that's how we got it. Now we got our string to the side. Now we're going to work from there through. Okay, so I will put it in here, and I love using my little thumbtacks. It just helps me to keep everything in place. Alright. Try not to be too rough-handed or else I'll break the thumbtack. This really just helps me keep it in place, literally. So I don't like the should have did it beforehand. I don't like the little wobblies everywhere. Okay, there we go. And just so you can see it a little bit better and it's not going everywhere. All right, now we've turned it over, okay, and our line is straight like this. All right, now on this line right here, you're gonna take 3 beads. This is the line going furthest away from the middle. You're gonna take 3 beads, put it onto this. Okay. Now, when you get down, now take your other line, other line, put it through the last bead again, and pull. Okay, pull. And pull. Now it looks like this. Okay, now your strings are back straight. All right, now that you've done that, let me put this just to get it out the way. Now that you've done that, the string that's under here, let me move this up a little bit more. There we go. There we go. Okay, so the string that's right here is gonna go through this first bead. Okay, you're gonna take it and you're gonna put it through that first bead. And just pull it on through, okay? Bam. Now, with this one that was sticking straight up, you're gonna put 2 beads. Okay? Take that string that we put under this one and stick it through the last bead here of the 2 that we put on, and pull tight, okay? Pull tight. All right, this is the process we're gonna do all through here. Now, we've pulled tight. The string that's hanging this way, pointing down, take it, push it through this bead. Okay. There we go. I'm still pulling tight as I go. All right. Now we've pulled this string through here. Now we've got our string right here that's sitting at the top of this bead. Top of this bead right here. We're gonna put 2 beads on here. Okay. 1, 2. Now this string that went through this bottom bead, take it and put it through the last bead and pull. And pull. See? Okay. Now once again, take this string, pull it through the bead. Okay. Now don't do like I did and just pull yourself just a little bit of string. I only use a little bit of string just to show you how to get the purse started. But you're doing the purse, you want plenty of string to work with, okay? Not a little bit. You want enough string. I usually do like open my arms with my string and pull a little bit more, so it's like half the two times my arms length of string. That's what you want to do. You don't want a little bit of string, or else you're gonna be ticked. You're not even gonna finish the purse. All right. So now I've went through this bottom bead with this one. I am now going to, once again, the top string, put 2 beads through it. And I did get beads that have big enough holes, okay? You want that because you're putting 2 strings sometimes through these, or weaving. All right, now bottom one, again, take that string, put it through that top bead and pull tight, okay? Now you're gonna take this little bitty string again, put it through that bead, and pull, okay? And pull. You're gonna keep doing this all the way up. Okay. And this is why I use a thumbtacks. It just helps to keep it in place while I'm working, so it doesn't just jiggle everywhere and get on my nerves. Okay, putting the 2 beads in, put the 1 string through the 1 last bead and pull. Pull tight, okay? Put that string through that last bead. Pull. Hopefully I got enough string to show you again how to flip it around, but if not, don't worry. I'm still gonna show you. Okay, put it through and pull tight. Okay, and again, take that bottom string, put it through the next space bead right here and pull. Okay, top string, you're adding 2 more beads. Okay, taking that string, pushing it through that bead, pull. All right, and you keep going this way. You keep going all the way like this. Okay, put it through and pull. 2 more beads, put it through and pull. Okay, doesn't look like I'm gonna make it to the very end to show you how to do that one, so let's just pretend we're already at the very end, right? Let's pretend that this bead right here is this end thing. This is how you're going to flip your flip over to start a new line. Okay, that's what I'm trying to say. So once you get to your last bead right here, pretend this is it. Once you get to your last bead right here, you're going to take this bottom line, you're going to stick it through that bead. Okay, and pull. At that point, you're not going to add anything to the top line. You're going to add 2 beads to this line. It's kind of like reverse. 2 beads to this line. Take that top line and pull it through that bead. Once you do that, you're going to see that your line, see how it just went curved straight? Now you're ready to start a new line. Okay, so you just pick up your little, there we go. Once you get it like that, all right, you see it's like this. So we're pretending this is the edge already because I don't have enough string to get up there to show you. So we're pretending this is the edge already. All right, this is it. We got to the edge. We put our little 2 on this line, flipped it. Now we're ready to start a new line. Just flip it over, okay? Flip it over, and you're gonna add 3 beads. 1, 2, 3. You're gonna take that little string, push it through that last bead, and pull. See how it started all over again with your texture? Okay, now you take that bottom string, push it through here, and pull. And you start all over again. Same thing we did before. 2 beads through here, pull through the last bead, push the line through the next bead. 2 on top of the line on top, pull through, come through the next bead. This is how we're going to do, okay? This is how we're gonna do. We're gonna do this for 19 lines, going 19 lines, all right? Once we get to 19 lines, then we're gonna come back and I'm gonna show you how we're going to form the purse and start weaving on the side of the purse. Okay, we are back and we have completed our full section that we were going here, which is pretty much 11 spaces up and 19 spaces across. Now when it comes to tying up your line and finishing up your line, you can either do a double knot and then start sewing the lines into the rest of the beads, or you can, I like to do a knot and put a drop of resin and then sew for extra security, put the rest into the beads. So just a couple go through the beads. You always want to sew it through because you want it to have that extra security. I'm gonna sew it into this one over here. Okay, and probably into this lower one. All right, there we go. There it is. I could not see it at first, but there we go. And pull it through. I'm gonna sew it into this one over here. Not too many, just a couple to make sure it's secure in there. And then once we make it secure, we'll go ahead and put it together. And I'm gonna do one more. Get it down here a little further. And this is one of the reasons I said you want to make sure that the holes in your beads are big enough where you can string through a couple times, not just one with a thread. All right, so I'm gonna cut this off and then come back later and get a little closer to the bead because my scissors are too big. At this point, we should have a nice flat piece here. So we're gonna do, I did an extra row, but you're gonna do 7 spaces and then flip it, 5 spaces, flip it. So it'll be 7 and 5 in the middle. I'm gonna do it this way because because I continued my string twice on here. See, and this is why I like using resin. It keeps everything in place. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna do 8 because I did an extra line, and you're just gonna fold it there. Just fold it, just like that. 4, and you're gonna count 5. I'm only gonna do 4 because I did an extra space. Oh, too much extra, my bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right here on this one. That's my mark for my 8. So just fold it over, and then I'm gonna do the other side here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fold this one over, and there we go. Pop it up like this. This is what it's gonna look like. And like I said, this is a little handbag for my baby's prom, so it doesn't need to be that big, just enough for her to stuff a little stuff in that she needs. All right, now that you have it like that, you can start on either side that you want to. I'm gonna probably start on this side. Take my string, and then I've made my midpoint mark. Okay, so take my string, and I'm gonna put it through this bead and this bead. So one bottom one, one side one. And find my middle mark. Which is right there, okay? Now, once you have your string going through one of the bottom beads and one of the top side beads, you're gonna take 2 beads and add it to your top line. Pull a handful out here. All right, so here it is there. Take your other line and go through. And pull it down tight. Okay. Once you pull it down tight, that's what it's gonna look like with the little square to it. All right. Then take this line that's at the bottom, and we're gonna pull it through this one. And it's pretty much the same weaving as we've been doing, so that's what we're gonna do. And without crossing the lines in. All right, there we go. All right, now once that's through, we're gonna put 2 beads on this side again. And make sure to pull tight as you are going. And then pull that string through that last bead so that both of the strings are going, and then pull that tight as well. Okay, that's what it's looking like for your second spacer. All right, now take the bottom line that's here, and you're gonna pass it through the next bottom one, the bottom bead. So go ahead and push that through and pull it through. All right, and then add 2 more beads to the top line. And this is what you're gonna do on both sides of this purse. So I'm gonna show you a little bit ways on this one up on how to do it. And then you pull it again and pulling it tight, okay? So far, there we go. Now, this bottom line that's at the bottom of the purse, take it again and pull it through the bottom bead on that bottom purse. Okay, pull it through there. Do not add 2 beads, just pull it through that bottom bead. Okay, and pull, and make sure you're pulling tight, as I keep telling you, as you go. Now you've pulled this line through the bottom one here, pull it through the top side one now. Okay, that's why I said we're not putting 2 beads yet. We're just gonna thread it through there. Where did it go? Oh, there it is. Thread it through there nicely. Pulling tight as you go. Now, at this corner space, and every time you get to a corner space like that, you're gonna add 1 bead. So when you get to the corner, you go through this one and this one with your thread, and then both of these are gonna have 1 bead added to it. Okay, so let's add that 1 bead. Like I said, I watch the Beauty channel on YouTube. She makes a lot of beautiful purses, so I like to learn how to make purses from her. This so far is the second one. All right, now I've pulled it through, so let me show you. That's the bottom row. See? That's your bottom row. All right, now your string is sitting sideways, right? Let's take this string. Let's get this one out the way. This string on this side, take it, and you're going to weave it through your first bead on top, or technically your second. Okay, weave it through that one. Once you've pulled it through that one, we're going to work backwards. Now you're going to put 2 beads and then go through one, string it through, going this way, the opposite way now. So I'm going to add 2 beads. This is why I say this is good to do when you're watching like one of your TV series or a movie, and you can sit here and thread and weave and not even think about it. All right, so now I've pulled, and it's to the side. Pull tight. All right, now you see how it's going to be going this way. Now take this bottom string and put it through that bead. Let's get this out the way first of all. There we go. Okay. I'm gonna stick it through this one right there, and then pull. Okay, and then pull. Now to this line, I'm gonna add 2 beads, and this is the way you're gonna work through the side of this purse. It's a very simple purse to do. And I can't wait to make a little bit more complicated ones. All right, 2 strings through this last bead right there, and you're going to pull. Okay. Use that tool, that helps. Now take your bottom string, and you're going to go through the bottom bead there. Okay. And then pull. Always pulling everything tight as you go. All right, now we've got that one done. 2 beads at the top. All right, then we're gonna take the other opposite string and put it through this one and pull and secure. There you go, pull it tight. Now we are at the last little space. So we're not going to be adding 2 beads, just like we did at that side. We're going to take the string, which is the bottom one, so it sits to the side. Okay, so this bottom string, you're gonna take it and go through that bead right here. Okay, and pull it through. And then you're gonna pull it through the top one, the very next top one. Okay, and then you see how you got it right here and right here. We're gonna take 1 bead and add it to both of these lines and pull. And this is how you're gonna finish off both sides. Okay, at the corner always gets 1 bead. It goes through the bottom bead and then the next very top bead. Okay, and then pull, and you're gonna secure it. All right, now remember, at this point, now that you've done that, you still got to take this one, the top string, and pull it through this one before you can start the 2 bead process. Okay, so take it, stick it through that one at the top and pull it through. Okay, there you go. Now you just put the 2 beads on there. Bring it all the way down. Take the opposite string. Push it through there and pull. And now you're back starting again with the 2 bead process. All right, so take your bottom string, go through your next bead right here, and pull. Okay, this is how we're going to continue it on both sides. Simple weaving. Once you get the hang of it, it becomes easy. All right, so pull that tight real quick. Let me show you. So this is what the side is looking like during our process. It's very simple weaving, just like we did this side, except for we're doing it on the side. And as we go this way, we'll start working back this way, back this way, back this way, just opposite way. So we're gonna finish this side up, and then we'll finish this side up, and then we'll come back. When you tie your string and you're done with the side and you're ready to tie it, you, like I said before, you can do a, lost it. You can do a 2-knot process and weave it through everything with that 2 knots, or you can tie a little knot, put some resin, and weave it through and keep going. It doesn't affect the purse. You honestly can't see it when you're done. Now, finish your side here, finish your side, and then we're gonna come back and we're going to start the top process. And it's literally gonna be the same thing we just did, with just weaving more spaces, more rows to close the purse off with. All right, guys, so let's finish that. We'll come back and we'll finish the top part. All right, so we are back and we have completed the sides of the purse. Okay, so this is what it looks like so far, like a little box. Okay, I didn't get so tight on this one, so this one's a little loose, but nice and tight. But this is how it looks. Okay, so far looking so good. I haven't closed this end up yet, just haven't, but I do want to show you something else. So on this side with my string, instead of tying it, and then threading it through or putting resin or anything. This time I had a lot of string left, so what I did was pull it tight and I weaved it all the way through here. All the way through here. So I didn't have to put any knots, I didn't have to put any resin or anything like that. It looks even better. So as you make your purses and get more better at it, you will learn different ways to improve it, I guess is what I want to say. As well, once you learn how to do the simple patterns, you'll be able to learn how to do more difficult patterns. So this is a very simple purse that we're making. Very simple, not too hard to make. So this is how it looks so far. Okay, now that we've got the sides complete, we are going to go ahead and start the flap that goes over. Okay, and we're going to do it just like we've been doing the rest of the weaving patterns. Okay, so it's going to be 9 rows plus 1 extra. So you're going to have 9 regular rows of the red beads. Your last row is going to be of your pearls. Okay, so 9 rows, very last one will be your row of pearls. So let's go ahead and get started on that row, and we'll complete the rest off camera. Get you a decent amount here. Pull you a decent amount off. That's what I'm gonna do, because I know I'm gonna need a decent amount for these rows. I'm gonna say about that much will do it for me. All right. And snip. Alright, and I'm only going to do the first row because we've been weaving this through, so we already know how to weave, how the patterns go. Okay, so I'm going to find my middle point is what I'm doing right now, trying to find my middle point in this wiring so that both of my sides of my string will be even as I'm threading through and not one side bigger than the other. Alright, so bam, I found my middle point. Right. Now, I found my middle point. Let's start weaving this through. And the cord will get on your nerves a little bit, but it's okay. We already know this. All right, so I'm sticking it through this very first bead here. Okay, you can do either side you want. I'm sticking it through this very first bead here. And get my little pliers, because they come in handy. Here we go. And now pulling it all the way till I hit my midpoint. Okay, which is right there. Okay, now on your opposite wiring, you're gonna start with 3 beads. 3 beads is gonna go on this wire, the one furthest away from you. And as you get to working, you're gonna see that, yeah, that big old bag came in handy. I'm probably gonna use all of it. All right, so like I said, let's start with 3 beads on here. And remember, we're doing 9 rows plus an extra. The extra row is gonna be the pearl beads, okay? Because you wanna put some embellishments to the purse. All right, we've got our 3 beads there. Now we're gonna take our opposite string and weave it through the very last bead. Okay. I feel like this string is still not gonna be long enough for 9 rows. Technically 10, but that's okay. All right, and then you're just gonna pull it all tight together. Okay. And bam. Now as you see, as you're pulling it, it's going to turn, right? And that's fine because that's what we want. So now we've got our 3 beads. We're gonna stick this line right here through the second bead, which is right here. Okay, so I'm gonna pull tight and pull it down. And it gives it that little box look, okay? And it's easier for me to work with the purse sitting up, so I'm going to do it that way. All right. Now stick it through this one. And now my daughter changed her colors from red to champagne. I'm like, you still gonna rock this shoe. Got me making this all this time. You're still gonna rock this. You're gonna have a champagne dress with a red purse. There you go. All right, now pull this down all the way. And remember, as we're working, we're pulling tight, okay? Pull tight. We wanna make sure we're pulling tight. Okay, we want it to stay as tight as possible. We don't want it to be loose, all right? Now that we've got that, see? All right, that part's done. Now we're gonna put 2 beads onto this line, okay? So let's do that. And that's how we're gonna continue working with the 2 bead pattern. Whenever you start a new row, you start with 3 beads and then you continue with the 2 beads, all right? So we've got our 2 beads there. Let's go ahead and string our opposite string into that last bead right there. Okay, and then pull close and tight. Okay, and you'll notice as you're pulling close, now the opposite string gets turned. Okay, pull tight and down. Okay, now take that string that's here and weave it through that bead. Try not to cross or tangle your string so you don't have to redo it. Okay, and then you're pulling tightly and closing. Pulling tightly, okay? Always pull tightly because you want to make sure even these over here that you've done stay tight, okay? Now, let's continue with the 2 bead pattern. All right, we are getting down to the almost last one. So here we're going to put 2 beads as regular, string through. Okay, pull your beads down. Your other line, pass it through here. Okay. And then pull, 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 and tighten. Okay, now we are at the edge, right? Now we are at the edge. So this is what we're going to do from here. This is how you flip your line to work other ways, back and forth, okay? So now we're going to weave our line like normal through this last bead. Oh, there. Nope, 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 nope. Didn't get it. All right, bam. Okay, so pull it through. Pull it through, pull it through, pull tight. All right, okay. Now, when you're finishing an end line, you don't do 3 beads. You do 2 beads, okay? You do 2 beads. So you put 2 beads on this line, the one we wove through. Pull it all the way down. All right, now with the opposite line, you weave it through this one. And this is what's going to flip your line for you so you can start a new row. Okay, push it through and pull. And pull. See, now it has started. The line is straight, right? So now you can start your new row going this way. When you start your new row is when you add 3 beads first, okay? So on this side of the line, right here, we're going to start adding our 3 beads. You're working backwards, so this is why we're starting with this line. We're going to add our 3 beads. This is what's going to start the line. Okay. And like I said, I watch Bead Beauty, her YouTube channel. This is where I'm learning how to make purses, simple purses, difficult purses. Some of her tutorials you do have to pay to watch, but they're worth it. Okay, now put it through that last bead and pull. And pull. Okay, you have now started your new line. All right. Take that little, there we go, line right there, push it through this bead. Pull it through. Pull and tighten. Pull and tighten. That's the key. All right, pull and tighten. Now you are ready to continue. You continue with the 2 bead pattern. All right, 2 beads. Continue all the way through to the last portion. Flip your line, 3 beads and back to 2 beads. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and continue off camera for the rest of this. All right, and then we'll come back. Remember, we're doing 9 rows, and then your last row is going to be pearls. Okay, so 9 rows out, your last row is going to be your pearls. All right, let's continue off camera. We're going to come back again, and we will start the size of the purse. Don't worry about bending anything yet. Just do your rows. We'll come back and we'll continue on. All right, guys, you're doing good so far. You're doing great. So let's go ahead and continue this and see what we finish with. All right, so we're back. At this point, you should be done with your weaving the top part, and we're gonna go ahead and close it off. So once again, when I got done at the edges with my last bead, I just took the string, weaved it all the way back through and cut it off somewhere in the middle. All right, so now go ahead and gently fold your purse over. There you go with the beads, let them snap over. Okay, and then you're going to let it snap over on this part too. So my 1, 2, 3, 4 is going to be right here. All right, so this is what it looks like so far. Okay, now I've done this side and got the hook on, so let's go ahead and do this side. All right, so let's get some string. Find my middle mark on my string. Right there. And then they're going to find the middle mark with your beads. I only have a 4 bead row, and I did that on purpose because I made this purse a little longer, but you should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces. So you're going to find the middle space of the middle part of your bead. Okay, so take your string, weave it through that very first one, very first middle top bead. Okay, I believe I did the back, yep, for this one. All right, put it through that first one right there. Weave it to your middle mark. All right, now you're gonna add a bead to each side of this. I'm just gonna put some right here. One bead to each side, and then 1 bead in the middle. Cross it together. Okay. And pull it tight, and then do it again. Now you can either do 2 or 3 rows like this. I think I'm only gonna do 2. Probably should have did 3, but I did 2 to begin with on this side, so I'm gonna do 2 on this side. But I encourage you to do full 3 rows. Okay, and pull it tight. All right, and this is what it should look like. At this point, take your D-ring and add it. You're gonna add it through here. Take your string, pull it through, and put your D-ring on, okay? Pull it tight, Now you should have 3 rows, which means you would have put 1 bead, and 1 more. Okay, I only did 2 rows, so this is why I'm doing 2 rows. Now at this point, you want to find where you started your top bead and count 1, 2, 3 down, and tie and make your knot. Tie it through that middle bead. I'm sorry, and make your knot. I'm not gonna worry about that right now. I'm not worrying about it. So find your second bead going down once again. So if I started up here, 1, 2, 3, and you're going to string it through and tie it up. All right. Now, if you have beads like I do that have enough hole space where I can weave my string through 1 bead hole 4 times. So I don't know if you can do that, but if you can't do that, you're going to count down from where you started. 1, 2, 3. You're going to take the string, put it through, and tie a knot, and then you're done. Or you could tie a knot and weave it through some more. I would encourage you to tie a knot and weave it through some more. But this is how I'm going to do mine. I'm going to count 1, 2 down, and then I'm going to put the string going this way once. I'm going to put the string going that way once, and then I'm going to weave through. All right, so we've got that part done. We've got both of these straps done. Okay, so bam, there we go. Straps on each side of the purse. Now let's go ahead and add the top part. So we're done with the red beads. I don't even need this anymore. Oops, I don't need this anymore. Okay, and we are going we're going to use. And how about some gold spacer beads to go in between each. Now, this can be whatever size you want to put on here. 10 millimeters, 12, 16, whatever size you want to put on there. All right. So go ahead and cut you some more string. Got the string. All right. So find your midway point with your string. All right. Now, on your purse, you're gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 5 rows. So you want to find the middle of your 5 rows, right? The middle bead of that, and you're going to work from there. So find the middle spacer, but I'm not got a middle because like I said, I made this shorter. So you will find the middle one. I'm going to go from this one since this would be my middle. Yep, this would be my middle. So I'm going to go from here. I'm going to go into about maybe the second one. Let me see. Do I want this how? I want the flat second one or third one? Yeah, so I'm going to start on the second one right here. I'm going to string my string through here. Oh, that's sideways. That's right. So I'm going to have it here then. So let me get it through there. To the midpoint. Now, I am going to take some smaller beads than what I have there. I've got a mess over here, guys. On the side, on some real stuff, I got a mess. All right, and I'm going to add 2 beads to each side. Okay. And go ahead and put them all the way down. All right. Now, you can tie a knot here so it doesn't go nowhere, or you can just put your second, or just start putting your big bead on and going. which that's what I'm going to do. Now she does this, she ties a knot there and keeps going, but I don't want to do that. I'm going to do it like this. I'm fine with it like that. So now that I've got that, let me add my gold bead. Because my gold beads are going to be my spacer beads. Hopefully if string fits through this. I didn't think about that when I chose these. Let me cut this down a little bit. So, that's what I need to do. Just give it a little angle. So it can make it easier for me. All right, so now I'm gonna go ahead and add a gold piece on here. I'm gonna stop dropping my pieces. I'm having some issues today, man. Some straight issues. Is it Friday yet? No, it's Thursday. All right, bring that all the way down. Okay. And I'm not worried about that it keeps popping up because I'm going to keep adding beads. But like I said, before you add your big bead, you don't even have to do the 2 little beads. You can just start with your big bead, tie a knot, and then work. But I don't want to tie the knot. I just don't want a knot. So I'm not going to do a knot. If you want to, you can. All right, so right now we're just putting enough beads so it can be at the length that we want it to be. You can have this as a handle. You can make this your shoulder strap, but I'm going to make this a handle because the side of the purse has the D-ring, and that's going to be the shoulder straps if my daughter wants to add shoulder straps. Okay, so just keep on. Now, if it doesn't work out, I'll go back and I'll put the knot. I just didn't want the knot right now because it doesn't look good with this thick wire to me. Okay, and I think I can do it hard enough and tight enough where that'll be fine. I think that's fine. Yeah, because the knot was just to hold it in place. But I will be tightening this up in the end. I'll make sure I want that handle right there. Yeah, I do. All right, so let's continue adding our pieces. Like I say, you do it to the left where you feel is where you want it at. All right. Where are we at right now? That one, couple more. Then I'll probably be satisfied with that length because I wanted to where she could just hold it in her hand too. Okay. And the last piece we'll add on is the button to snap everything closed. A couple more of these beads. All right, there we go. I think maybe 6 more is what it'll do for me. A couple more of these little gold spacer beads. Nope, still need some more. Luckily, I got enough pearls. I cannot get it. There we go. All right, a couple more to go on here. And then we'll be ready to close it up for the handle. I say, I'm thinking 4 more. 4 more should do it. But that's for me. Like I said, you're going to do it on the length that you want it to be. All right, right here. I just added 2. I said 4. And then this will be my 4th right here. All right, I think that's good enough for a handle. One more. Okay, one more, and then that'll be good enough for a handle. Just one more, that's it. Okay. So now that I got the length of how I want my handle, okay, that's the length I want my handle to be. Add two, spread your string and add 2 small beads. If you're not adding 2 small beads, then just hold up. Should have put a little gold spacer, but that's okay. I'm not gonna go back and redo it now. It is what it is. All right, and pull tight. Okay, pull tight, because like I said, I didn't put a knot right here when I added these 2 beads, because you could put a knot and tie it. I didn't want to, I just left it because I'm just gonna pull everything tight anyways. Everything's just gonna be pulled tight as I'm working, so I'm not gonna do that. All right, and where did that 1 bead go? So I'm pulling everything tight right now. All right, and I'm going on this side. We did 1, 2 in. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. I'm gonna go 1, 2 in. So I'm gonna do the same thing on this side. I'm gonna go 1, 2, 1, 2, and then I'm gonna string it through here. So I'm gonna string this one this way into this one. Make sure I got my sides right. Yeah, I do. Okay. Oh, Lordy. All right, maybe I won't string you through there because you're just giving me a hard time. All right, so we're at 1, 2. I'm going to put him. Actually, I do want to string you, so I do want to string you. The problem is I already have 3 strings going through here, so that's what's giving me a difficult time. So, and I'm getting it through there, so I'm going to pull. Okay. Pull tight. Remember, you're trying to pull all that as possible. Now, let me see if it's going to let me string it through there one more time. Maybe, maybe not. Let's just see, because I've got a lot of strings already going through this one. It usually lets me get up to 4, so this would be number 4. Get it or no? Come on, let me get through there. And if you can't string through multiple times, you're just gonna tie a knot, okay? All right, so I'm in there. Go ahead and push you through. Get you out the way. Put a little assistance. There we go. So I'm just pushing it through there. There we go. Pulling it through here. So yeah, I just had to get it close to my face because I had to see it real well. All right, so I've stringed it one way here through this bead. I took 1 cord opposite side and strung it through the opposite side of each, opposite sides. Now I'm going to pull everything as tight as I can. Everything as tight as I can. All right, and this is why I did not tie a knot on each end, because I'm just, like I said, I was just gonna pull it tight and let it do what it do. Okay. Plus, I just don't like the knots. I don't like the knots. All right, so that's good. It's nice and tight. So that's what it's looking like right now. So now, as we did before, let's weave through here. So I'm gonna weave through here real quick, and then we'll be back. All right, guys, we're back. We have completed the last part. Now we're gonna go ahead and attach the clip. So I went ahead and put the embellishments on here. So I'll show you real fast. These are detachable. Right, both of these are detachable. I put on a little pearl thing with a little butterfly, attach that there. All right. Also on the sides, I've attached a strap that can go with this. It has pearls in the middle too, so it matches perfectly. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and let's attach the bottom piece. I've already done my top part, see? And I'm gonna do my bottom part. So with this piece, what I did was, I did a little, I don't know, experiment, I don't know. But that's what I did. So that's how I'm attaching this to this purse. Now you can find these in Hobby Lobby. You can find it in Michael's, Joanne Fabrics. I'm trying to see where my point is at, where I'm going to be putting this. Okay. So you're going to find your middle point in between here and here, and in between in here and here. And you're going to go up 2 bead spaces, and you're going to start threading it in. That's what you're going to do. So my midpoint is right here, and I'm going to start right here. All right. And all you're doing at this point is just threading it in. So I'm going to push it through here. Which side do I do? This side. Okay, so this side I'm doing first. I'll just move it out the way a little bit. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and thread this one through here. Okay, yep, that's how I want it. Just closing the purse to make sure it fits correctly. And yes, it does. I shouldn't have snapped it so quickly. All right, and yes, it does. So let's do that again. All right, so let me go ahead, get you threaded in. Always pull tightly as you're threading. Always pull tightly. I'm going to thread this in a little bit and then do the rest off camera because I like to, you know, put it through a lot of little beads. But I'm only doing a little bit here just to show you. Okay. Always pull tight, okay? Always pull tight. It'll secure it in the middle. I didn't even use glue or anything, no resin, since what? The first beginning of the purse, since I found that it's much more easier to literally thread through the purse. It will stay secure. All right. Pull and tighten as you go. I'm going to drop this one down here. And this turned out to be very pretty, so I'm excited the way it came out. It's my, oops, first time. Watch where you're pulling. I almost pulled a different one. It's my first time making this type. It's very simple. Like I said, I have to start it simple so that I can learn the basics, so that I can be able to make difficult ones, better ones, prettier ones, you know? All right, so as far as I'm gonna do for right now, I am gonna thread all the way through here. And I'll cut that off later, but here we go, guys. We have completed making our first beaded purse together, okay? Beautiful, beautiful, okay? Look how secure the handle is. Very beautiful. Let me go ahead and snap that in place so you can see when you hold it. Get that. How exciting, guys. How exciting. And you can decorate it any way you want to, okay? Decorate it any way you want to. But that's what I've done. Hopefully she likes it. Okay, straps are removable. They don't have to be on there. But there you have it, guys. We're done. It wasn't as hard as you think. Pretty simple. Okay, very pretty. All right, guys, we did it. Now, as for these removable pieces, I use lobster claw claps here, and on the other side, I just took the pearls I had left over and made me a little row, and then some chain that I had from another project I was doing, added it on there. But they're removable, so she can take them off if she wants to and add other decorations if she wants to. But we're done, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel for more videos to come. We definitely have more videos to come. I have a couple unboxings to do, and I have a couple more projects that I'm doing. And we have a couple more necklaces and earrings to make. But I know I kept saying I wanted to getting to do a beaded purse and show you guys a tutorial. So here we go. All right, guys, have a great day. It's Friday. I know I'm excited. I hope you guys are excited about the day. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. If you're interested in the program, click on the link below. Everything that I make, I do sell in my online store, so definitely take a look out there. Have a great day, guys.